Loading.
We have completed our analysis of all the dragon gems that are present here today. The candidacy of each priestess has been proven without a single doubt. According to the prophecy as laid out by the Dragonstone, when the covenant with Lagunica has severed, the new bearer of the Holy Dragon shall lead the nation. It also states that 5 shall be called upon for their nomination to the throne. Among them, a single priestess will be elected to serve a new covenant with the Holy Dragon.
The Dragonstone has as much history as our great nation itself. When the fate of the kingdom is at stake, prophecies are foretold. Considering the great effects the Dragonstone has had upon our kingdom, it is our duty to fulfill such prophecies.
The Holy Dragon Volcanica bestowed upon us the Dragonstone, which has guided the kingdom extensively in the past. In the days of yore, our kingdom had braved through the coup de grace famine and the nightmare of Blight Dragon Balgrin. Come now to recent times, and we can see how it alerted us to the Black Serpent invasion, allowing us to minimize casualties.
That is quite enough. Everyone present knows already of its greatness.
However, that still leaves us with 6 of supposedly 5 priestesses, yet none of their dragon gems are fake.
Which means we must delay the royal selection until the number of priestesses is as foretold.
Hold it, old man. Don't complicate things any more than you should. No one ever asked me if I wanted to be the next ruler. If I drop out, that'll make 5 candidates. Then you won't need to delay the whole thing. I was dragged all the way out here from the slums anyway. I told that knight to take me back, but he refused. Not only that, he stashed away my regular outfit and made me wear this frilly nonsense. This is super annoying. I never agreed to any of it.
Then that settles it. If this one declines, we'll have the proper number of candidates for the royal selection. There is no more reason to postpone it. Besides, the other candidates are merely here to fill in for the foretold numbers, unlike me.
I cannot allow that comment to pass, Priscilla Bariel. That goes for your withdrawal as well, Felt. Considering the importance of such an event, I do not condone such an action.
What the hell? I wasn't asking for your opinion. I make my own decisions. Outsiders can keep their stinking noses out of it.
Whoa, things are getting really tense now. It'll be pretty bad if it continues on like this.
I beg your pardon.
What insolence! Do you realize the importance of the discussion at hand?
My apologies, sir, but I have an urgent message to relay. We just caught an intruder trying to sneak onto castle grounds. And this intruder...
What are you looking at me for?
The intruder is demanding to see Miss Felt.
Don't make me repeat myself. Let Old Man Rom go.
I apologize, but we can do no such thing. Since you have denounced your candidacy for the royal selection, you have denounced your title that commands us as well.
So if I don't go through with the royal selection, then you won't listen to me. Is that it?
That is the most basic idea of it, yes.
Fine then. I'll join this stupid ceremony. You just want me to try to become the next ruler, right? Reinhardt!
Yes, Miss Felt.
Uncuff him. They're too small anyway. And it's making my own wrists hurt just looking at them.
Right away.
Felt, I was trying to stop you.
Sorry, Old Man Rom. I can't just abandon you like this.
I raised you to be too nice!
So that makes 6 candidates with verified dragon insignias. We're right back where we started.
No, that does not seem to be the case.
Huh?
By the way, Miss Amelia, where is your benefactor, Margrave Mathers?
I apologize, but Roswell is not currently present in the royal capital today.
I see. So your guardian is not present. Not to mention that his sanity is in doubt, having nominated a silver-haired half-devil for the throne.
Lord Bordeaux, you are out of line.
Lord Miklatov, do you not see how this half-devil resembles the description of the Witch of Envy herself? The very being that once devoured half of the world, forcing all living things unto the brink of despair. Do not tell me you are unaware of the legends. Your appearance and lineage are enough to instill fear into the masses, yet you dare attempt to usurp the throne? How execrable!
You little...
Stay back, Subaru!
Don't stop me, Rem! I can't forgive anyone who talks to Amelia like that!
Miss Amelia is already aware that she must endure such abuse. Besides...
Besides what?
Do you really believe he would sit by idly while Miss Amelia is berated as such?
Awfully bold of you to speak to my beloved daughter like that, human.
Don't tell me.
I could encase this entire castle in ice with you lot inside of it if I wanted. Don't you dare forget that.
The apocalypse beast of eternal frost.
I suppose some have called me by that name before. Looks like you youngsters know your stuff.
Being treated as a youngster at this age is quite the experience.
So, you resort to intimidation now that the circumstances have changed. Such words are clearly a threat to us.
I don't agree with making threats either. You can't freeze us all inside this castle. I won't stand for it. And Lord Bordeaux also took things too far. Don't you agree, Tika?
What? Why are you bringing me into this? Well, either way, I don't think you should make threats you don't plan on carrying out, Great Spirit. There are people like her who will take it seriously.
Aw, guess you saw right through me, huh?
What do you mean? He isn't going to freeze us?
Of course not, Mel. The Great Spirit would never do such a thing. And pardon me for saying, but if I may, I also believe Lord Bordeaux stepped out of line. I don't believe Miss Amelia's appearance or origin have anything to do with the validity of her dragon gem. Not to mention that Margrave Mathers' absence is hardly a reason to be suspicious of her. I mean, isn't it normal to be preoccupied when a meeting such as this is held so suddenly?
Excuse me? You make it sound as if we're the weird ones for gathering here.
Ah, pardon me, Miss Anastasia. In your case, I would say you're abnormal, yes, but in a good way. With your graceful beauty and extraordinary talent for dealing in business affairs, it's clear to everyone that you are not like the rest of us.
My, you certainly have a way with words. Perhaps you would feel more natural being a merchant than a knight.
I'm honored by the compliment. but I fear we've strayed from the topic at hand. However, I do believe it would be rash to make a decision at this very moment.
I agree with Sir Tiga. But what shall we do in this instance?
Lord Miklatov, do not lend your ears to this child!
We were all young once, not to mention that he seems to be quite a thought-provoking young man in my eyes.
You're far too kind, and my intention wasn't to stand out as much as I have, but since you asked, I shall answer. We cannot avoid this postponement, though it would be a real shame to end things on such a dreary note. So...
let's have a little get-together.
A get-together?
Hey, Subaru. You enjoying this little party?
Oh, hey, Tiga. To be honest, it's a bit tense for something usually meant for more friendly relations. You'd need a pretty big knife to cut through this atmosphere. Not to mention some of the candidates didn't even stick around.
Ah, you mean Mrs. Priscilla and Anastasia. Those two are like oil and water, but they are rather logical in their rationale. They must have thought that it'd be better to continue doing their own thing rather than participate in this gathering. Something wrong?
No, I was just noticing how observant you are. You had a lot of confidence talking to those bigwigs earlier, too. Are you used to this sort of thing?
It's not that I've done this a lot, if that's what you're asking. I've just always been good at composing myself when on stage, so to speak. I don't really get nervous or anxious when situations get tense.
Huh. Is that right?
I'm quite jealous of you. I'm such a nervous Nelly.
Whoa, Mealy. That's a phrase I haven't heard in a long time.
Oh, there you go again.
Hello, Miss Amelia. I apologize for the sudden proposal of this get-together.
No, it's okay. This gives us an opportunity to speak to everyone.
So, how'd your greetings go? Since I wasn't invited for some reason.
Probably because you say things like that.
Well...
we made our rounds without issues. Whether we made good impressions or not is a different matter altogether.
You mean...
It went as you're probably imagining. My appearance was an issue earlier, too, wasn't it?
About you looking like some witch from a long time ago. Man, what does that have to do with anything going on now? Your silver hair, eye color, and face are totes adorbs! That's all that matters!
That's a bit extreme, Subaru.
But it is a very Subaru way of thinking.
It really does make me happy that you try to console me like this, Subaru. But I can't just ignore the way it makes me feel.
I'm not really trying to make you feel better so much as I'm telling you what I truly think.
What a wonderful way of thinking! I'm incredibly moved by your sentiment.
What?
Are you all done, Mel?
Oh, yes. I finished speaking with everyone else. Now I'd like to speak with Miss Amelia and her associates.
With me?
Yes. That is, if you wouldn't mind.
No, of course not. I'm happy you asked. I would love to talk.
Wonderful!
Ah, what good timing. Would you mind if we joined you?
We? Are you including me in this too?
Is that an issue? Though I suppose you don't have to if you're too afraid.
The hell? I ain't scared of nothing. Fine. I'll show you what's what.
Please don't fight. Miss Amelia, won't you say something as well?
Having a nice chat with you all sounds very fun.
Oh. What a pleasant smile.
Rem, could you prepare us some tea?
Yes, of course. Right this way, please.
The ladies sure sound excited. Just seeing such a lovely sight makes having this get-together all the more worthwhile.
I agree with you there. Mealy looks like she's having a lot of fun. Her attitude from earlier did a complete 180.
Then you should share in her happiness, Subaru. You look as if you're disappointed in yourself for some reason.
Ugh, of course you'd say that, Mr. Popular.
Well, that certainly came out of nowhere.
What are you talking about, you two? I hope you don't mind if we join you.
Reinhard, the Sword Saint.
Please, you may simply call me Reinhard. We're both knights of royal candidates, after all. Besides, that title is still too heavy for me to bear.
All right, if you say so.
What's got Mewtwo so excited?
I was just commenting on how popular Tiga must be, being so aware of the finer details.
Doesn't that make Mew feel a little hollow inside, Subaru?
You bet it does. And then Reinhardt came out of nowhere. What am I supposed to do here?
Want Fairy to make Mew feel better?
I won't say it's not tempting, but I only have eyes for Mealy, you know.
Hey, Reinhard. Does Subaru not know about Sir Felix?
So it seems I should probably tell him.
Shh.
Well, there you have it. We should just observe for now.
Agreed.
Hey, you two, don't start gossiping like school kids. We can't lose to the girls here. Let's deepen our manly bonds. Luckily for us, that annoying Julius isn't around.
I agree. We should all get to know each other better. However, I think you misunderstand something about Julius. He is a very good friend, and...
Ah, shut up!
Oh, Subaru. I don't understand why Mew don't like Julius so much.
Bad timing, perhaps? Now, let's go join in the merrymaking, Sir Felix. Or was it Ferris?
You get it? I'll let you escort me then.
That's quite the honor.
Hey, come on over already!
Then I'll go back to the manor and update Roswell about what happened yesterday.
Are you sure you should go by yourself? Maybe we should come with you.
It's fine, Subaru. I'll be with her. We'll arrive at the manor while the sun's still out. There shouldn't be any problems.
But...
Don't worry, Rem will be with you. Besides, you need to prioritize your treatment, so you should stay here and continue your sessions with Ferris. Be a good boy and be patient.
Miss Amelia, your dragon carriage is ready.
Yes, thank you. Well then, Rem. Please take care of Subaru while I'm away.
Yes, he will be in good hands. Please stay safe.
I really don't like this plan.
Now. If you want to help Leah, there are tons of other things you can do, can't you?
Like what?
Like finding the fake priestess. We can't do that if we're not in the royal capital, right?
Huh. You've got a point there. All right then. Go on ahead, Mealy. You can count on me to handle everything here.
Where did you get so much energy all of a sudden?
Subaru can be quite cute when he gets excited.
So, with Mealy gone, my job is to weed out the imposter in the capital. Time to expose the fake candidate.
Yes, let us expose them. But do you have any leads?
Nope, not a one. We'll have to find some. Any suggestions, Rem?
I'm sorry. I am not currently able to think of any. Not to mention, I must be on my way to speak with Miss Cruchet right now.
Cruchet? Why?
I have orders from Lord Roswell to do so. So...
I see. That's fine then. You go do your thing, Rem. I'll try coming up with some ideas of my own.
All right. I will be back before you know it. Please remember to not do anything rash, Subaru.
I got it. You worry too much, Rem. Well, now that Rem's gone too, I guess I'll start looking for those leads. Since Rem's meeting with Cruchet, I'll hit up the other candidates. Melty seems like the easiest one to talk to, so I'll start with her.
Someone just left all these boxes and pieces of wood lying around.
I'd love to see the Dragonstone in person one of these days.
I wonder what the people chosen as royal candidates for the royal selection are like.
There are a lot of sketchy-looking people here. Patrolling this part of town isn't easy.
A church with a cute girl? Maybe that church on the other side of the shopping district?
What is it? This area is
Whew, finally found it. The church Melty tends to. So, there are churches in this world too, huh? Though I guess they worship dragons instead of gods? Well, whatever. Excuse me!
Subaru, what are you doing here?
Hey, Melty. Long time no see. Well, since yesterday. I was wondering if I could talk to you for a bit.
Whoa there, Subaru. That's pretty bold of you. The royal selection may have been postponed, but you're in the middle of enemy territory here. Aren't you being a little careless?
Huh? Careless? Oh, well, now that you mention it. Maybe?
Come on, did you think through this at all? You need to consider your situation more.
Sorry. But considering you're going out of your way to tell me that, I can assume you guys don't mean me any harm, right? You were very considerate of Mealy the other day, too.
Good grief, man.
What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just that you two seem so close. I was admiring how quickly boys can become friends with one another.
Close? Us?
Oh, come on, cut it out, Mel.
Huh?
He and I aren't close. More like we look out for each other in the battlefield. That's all there is to it.
We may have been born at separate times, but we die together.
Your bond is far greater than I imagined.
Good one.
I wish we weren't so strangely in sync. Anyway, I hope you didn't come here just to mess around.
No, I wanted to talk. You know, to exchange some information.
Is that so? Then I'll make us some tea.
Oh, don't mind me. I'll just take the best tea you've got.
How highly do you think of yourself?
I see. So neither of us have enough information yet.
It hasn't been very long since the royal candidates were gathered, so there still seems to be a great deal of confusion.
The only thing we know for sure is how serious everything is. But in any case... I didn't realize you were Melty's knight, Tiga. No wonder you could see through Mealy's hood.
I'm not all that special. I just happened to stumble my way into this position. If we're talking about pure skill, there's someone far more suited for the job.
Tiga, do you really dislike being my knight that much? I know I can be quite the airhead at times, and I'm not as dignified as the others. Not to mention how I got lost just the other day.
No, you've got it all wrong, Mel. I was just talking about my level of skill, that's all. When it comes to matters of the heart, no one is more worthy of being your knight than me. I want to be your knight. So please, don't sour your face like that. Smile for me, Mel.
Tiga. Yes, of course.
Good. I'm glad. Now, what's with your face, Subaru?
Oh, nothing. I was just admiring you, Tiga.
My abilities may not be adequate enough, but I refuse to let go of my position. All I need to do is build myself up to reach the appropriate level of someone of my stature.
No, not that. I was impressed that you could say something so cheesy with a straight face.
Really now?
I'm kidding. What you talked about is something I need to learn for myself, too. I'm gonna remember that. So, he refuses to give up, huh?
Subaru?
I've got the intel I wanted, though I guess this isn't much of an exchange. Either way, I look forward to seeing you guys again. Wait, is that weird of me to say right now?
Because we support opposing factions? I'd say it's a bit too late worrying about that now, don't you think?
We may be competing with one another for the throne, but there's no need to hate each other in the process. So, well, I would be absolutely thrilled if we continued getting along.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm sure you spoke to each other yesterday, but I'll let Mealy know too. Yeah, there's no need for us to hate each other. She's completely right about that one. Morning, Rem.
Good morning, Subaru. Did you sleep well?
Yeah, like a baby. I might even be able to fly among the clouds.
I cannot have you flying away. I would not be able to catch up with you if you did. So please travel on foot instead.
I'm only kidding. I'm not Roswaal, you know?
Now then, where are we off to today?
Oh, about that. It's on us to find out who the fake candidate is, seeing as we're the only ones left in the capital.
So long as it does not delay you receiving treatment, then I am all for it.
Of course I'll get treated, but I'll be doing other stuff too. So for now, we should be gathering information.
Gathering information?
Yeah. I want to find out more by going around and asking people some questions. Who knows what we might learn that'll lead us to the imposter. We could start in the shopping district. There's someone I want to talk to there, too.
Thanks for your business. You're awfully generous today. I never expected you'd stop by so often. You didn't even have a penny to your name that first time. But now look at you.
Oh, stop it. No need to bring up those old times together. It'd be a real stab to my heart if my favorite shop closed down because I didn't give it my patronage. If only I had shopped more at that stall with the scary-looking shopkeeper. I don't want to live with such regrets later in my life.
That's none of your business. My shop's been through more close calls than you know. I don't need your help to keep it up and running.
Oh, so you haven't always been in the green?
Well, I've got plenty of stories about my screw-ups. Like that one time I stocked up on goods that I felt would give me a big payday, but I didn't sell squat.
I hear the market is unpredictable and ever-evolving, so reading into trends correctly must be a difficult task.
Exactly. The market can unexpectedly change at any minute. Like recently, with the North Passage having been sealed off. If anyone stocked up on merchandise to sell around Gusteko, they'd have taken a huge loss.
Huh, I didn't know that. What kind of stuff sells over in Gusteko?
Ooh, that place is rough. Pretty much everything has some kind of value over there. But right now, I think oil is the best seller.
Right. You could burn it and use it for cooking or something. Makes sense it's so valuable.
Some folks even make a business out of buying up items at a steep discount from merchants who stocked up on the wrong goods.
Sounds like a tough economy.
Yeah, both sides kinda depend on each other. So, if your business ever fails, let me know. I know some people who might be able to help.
I don't even want to think about that. Is this person someone who helped you out too?
Yeah, someone I met through my wife's family. Acted as a mediator for me when I needed it. It really helped me out in the end.
Oh, yeah. Your wife did have this sort of elegant vibe to her. She seemed like a gentle and kind person.
Huh? Have you met her before?
You could say that. Anyway, let's cut to the chase.
Wait, so you're not here to buy any of my appas?
Sorry, I've come for another reason today. I need to gather some intel, and you're the first person that popped into my head. Being a merchant and all, I thought you'd be privy to some rumors that might be floating around. Luckily for us, you seem to be pretty bored. So, do you mind dishing out what you got?
I don't get why you'd think I'm bored, but I do have some downtime. So, what do you want to know? Sorry, bud. I'd probably be more helpful if you explained your situation more.
I'm sorry, too. That's just how complicated it is, and I'm honestly not sure how much more I can say.
Judging by that look of yours, I figure you're somehow involved in the royal selection. Did something happen?
That's classified. Seriously, you're better off not asking. Sorry, I gotta get going. Thanks for hearing me out.
All right, come back soon. And you, young lady, you're most welcome anytime.
Yes, thank you. I shall return with Subaru again.
Man, with him again, huh?
What's that supposed to mean?
Subaru, do you have a moment?
Rem? Oh, sorry. My mind wanders when I do yoga like this. What's up?
Sir Reinhard van Estrella is here to see you.
He's here? For me?
Yes. Would you like me to let him in?
Yeah, please.
Hello, Subaru. Sorry for my late visit.
Don't worry about it. But what's this all of a sudden?
Knowing you, I figured you wouldn't sit still being left in the royal capital.
You seem to know me pretty well.
I do consider us friends, after all. In any case, it seems we both have a bit of an issue on our hands. So I thought we could benefit from a mutual exchange of information.
Exchange information, huh? I don't really have much to share, though, just so you know.
That's fine. Just opening up a discussion could lead to new realizations.
How are you so nice? Okay, then. Guess I'll start.
I see. I think I understand Melty a little more now. There was that get-together the other day, too. I would greatly prefer to be on good terms with her camp, including that knight of hers, Tiga.
What about things on your end? Has Felt been staying put? She's not roaming around by herself, is she?
She's not the type to sit idly by no matter what I say. She also has her own way of doing things as well.
So she is roaming around by herself? Are you sure you should let her do that? If she ends up in any sort of trouble.
Not to worry. Should anything befall her, I will rush to her side.
It's crazy how reassuring you make that sound.
That's not mentioning how quick-witted Miss Felt is in her own right. Should she ever find herself in trouble, I know she'll find a way out of it.
I don't know if you should place all your faith in her like that.
I will consider your words of caution. And what of the other camps? Regarding Miss Cruce, Miss Anastasia, and Miss Priscilla, that is.
Ferris, Cruce's knight, has been tending to me every so often. I don't know much about Priscilla. Well, besides the fact that she snuffed me out of the appas I was trying to buy.
Appas?
Yeah. I wasn't able to buy any since she bought out the whole freaking place.
That's still quite impressive that you managed to get close to even Miss Priscilla.
Come on, don't say that. I really feel like she's the most suspicious person out of all the candidates right now. As for Anastasia, was it? Her knight, Julius? I really hate that guy.
It's certainly like you to be blunt about your feelings. It's true that Julius tends to give off a certain impression upon first meeting him. But if you try talking things through, I'm sure you'll have a better understanding of his character. So, how about it? Would you be willing to give it a try?
I guess if the opportunity presents itself, I'll think about it. But we can't really be all buddy-buddy with one another, right? Even if it's proven that the candidates we support are the real deal, we'd still be enemies. Things only get more difficult when you're too friendly with your opponent.
Subaru.
But I understand that we don't have to hate each other in the process.
That's right. I think that's a good way to look at it.
It's just a little something I learned from someone. But I do think there's a lot of truth to it. Thanks for taking the time to stop by tonight, Reinhard.
Well then, Subaru. As we discussed, I will be heading to Miss Cruce's mansion now.
Oh yeah, you've got some things to take care of, right? Let's meet up over there after I get my treatment.
Yes, I will see you then. Please remember to not do anything rash, Subaru.
Nah, I won't cause you any trouble. Don't you worry.
You will always be on my mind, Subaru.
Don't think about me so much. You're such a worrywart, you know? Well, I did promise Rem not to do anything stupid. That leaves me with...
Oh, Subaru, you're back again.
Hey, now, that's no way to greet a friend. How can you get tired of seeing this face every day?
You shouldn't really indulge yourself like that. I wouldn't want to hurt your feelings by telling you otherwise.
Subaru, thank you for coming.
Hey, Melty, Tiga's picking on me.
Hey, Subaru, you!
Come now, Tiga. You shouldn't treat our guests like that. It's not very nice of you.
If you say so, Mel. Welcome, Subaru. When do you plan on leaving?
You should look up what welcome means in the dictionary. Is that...
Oh, aren't you the boy with Miss Amelia? Coming all the way out here. Have you decided to side against her and join Melty?
No way! What kind of logic is that? No one can replace Mealy, you hear?
I'm sorry, I'm not very helpful.
How does that fit into this?
Subaru, just what do you think you're doing, making Mel feel down like this?
Don't you join in on this too? Now I'm starting to feel bad.
It's only a joke. You seem to be getting along with Tiga and Melty quite well already. Why don't you defect and join us?
Sakura, isn't asking him to defect coming on too strong? Though, it would be very reassuring to have Subaru on our side. He's the one who defeated the Dusk Bandits, you know?
Well, it's like I said before. I can't take all the credit for that. Mealy is the one who did most of the work. Well, her and Rem. But I certainly won't dismiss any praise.
Sounds like he's turned you down, Mel. Subaru's loyalty toward Miss Amelia is quite impressive. Or perhaps it's not entirely loyalty that drives him.
Don't pick on me for being so pure of heart, all right? But you're right. Mealy's the only one for me. So while I appreciate the offer, I won't budge on that.
That's a shame. But your attitude is commendable. But really, it is quite a shame. No, I must respect his decision.
Melty is quite the busybody with her emotions.
Totally unrelated, but why did you and Sakura go to Roswell's Manor as emissaries that one day, Tiga? You two aren't from the castle, right? I was just thinking of how unusual that was.
Well, the answer's actually pretty simple. We wanted to, so we volunteered.
You volunteered? But why?
Another simple answer. Being from the 6 candidates camp, we had a late start compared to the other parties. We wanted to gain as much information on the other parties as possible. That's why we jumped at the chance to get in touch with each of them.
Oh, I see. That makes sense when you put it that way. So that means you guys...
Knew why the royal selection was postponed from the very beginning? Why, yes, of course.
Well, having only been informed by emissaries about the delay, I'd been wondering what the reason was this whole time. We've all been pretty confused because we didn't know.
I deeply apologize for any trouble we caused over this.
Oh, no, please, don't worry. Wait, you're not the one I'm holding responsible here, Melty. You didn't even come to the mansion that day. My issue is with the ones who hid that info from us.
Please, don't think badly of us. We were ordered not to divulge any details.
Ordered?
Yes, by the Council of Wise Men. I'm sure they intend to expose the sixth candidate, the imposter.
So they want to find the imposter while withholding information? Maybe that was their way of trying to weed the fake out.
What do you mean?
As in, they were expecting you to leak something you shouldn't have known about. You know, since the imposter would be self-aware of their deception. If there really is someone who knows why the royal selection ceremony was delayed, then they'd be the imposter, since that information isn't publicly available.
Yes. Unfortunately, that didn't work out so well for the Council of Wise Men, now did it?
Yeah, seriously. We have no idea who the imposter's supposed to be right now.
True. But I did come to realize something from our conversation just now. It would appear the imposter is not part of Miss Amelia's camp.
Huh? What makes you say that? I'm glad you seem to trust us and all that, but...
Are you referring to what Subaru said just now?
Subaru was able to deduce the Council of Wise Men's true aim. Such information would already be known by the imposter. Of course, it's possible he's only putting on a front.
But Subaru doesn't look like the type to be good at hiding information like that.
I'm not sure how to feel about that. But you're saying I'm bad at being subtle?
Honesty is a virtue. The other candidates seem well-versed in secrecy.
Well, I can't argue there. There are many nobles and merchants among them, and they can all be pretty crafty.
I feel so helpless.
You need to believe in yourself more, Mel. You're an honored candidate of the royal selection process, just like all the others.
As you can see, this is how we are. Knowing this, I'd like to make a proposition. What do you say to working together, Subaru?
Working together?
We believe you and your faction are trustworthy enough. Do you not feel the same about us?
Well, I guess I wouldn't come here so often if I thought you were super suspicious.
Then I believe we can work together well. But what are your thoughts, Subaru?
I want to say that's not entirely my call to make, but Melty did treat me to some delicious tea.
Does that mean...
Yeah, let's combine our efforts and work together. Although the only thing I can offer in exchange is information. Can we start from there?
Yes, I think that's more than enough. We don't have any other close connections after all.
Close connections?
I've heard the rumors. You've been frequenting that house for your treatment, haven't you? I thought it'd be best to narrow down the list of suspects, beginning with the least suspicious ones.
You're talking about Cruchet, right? I see. So that's why you guys wanted to get in touch with me.
Subaru, you don't have to do anything you're uncomfortable with.
Mel?
Thanks for your concern, Melty. But I've already made up my mind. Besides, I'll have to go up against them eventually. I'll do it. I'm counting on you to retrieve my remains when I fall, Tiga.
I take it that's not a good thing.
Spying on Cruchet, huh? I feel like that makes me seem ungrateful for all that she's done. No, I must do what needs to be done.
You seem to have a lot of ups and downs, Natsuki.
That voice! Is that you, Anastasia?
That's a bit dramatic. What a coincidence seeing you here.
Yeah, a coincidence. Definitely a chance encounter. Well, I'll be off then. I'm as hungry as a tree hippo, so I'll be leaving.
Is that right? I was actually about to go eat too. Would you care to join me? Oh, and don't worry, we'll split the bill. I doubt you'd want to owe me anything, right?
Feels like she walled off my escape route. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I guess. All right, I'll take you up on your offer.
Good answer. Follow me then. I'll take you to my go-to joint.